up, Buddy Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. and anime and manga contributor to Bounding into Comics, and the Localizers are at it again, and we're here to expose them. But before we get into the story, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and I'm just a one woman and around here, one kitty operation struggling to keep a roof over our heads, and praying to the anime and manga gods that me and Kitty will not be homeless and sleeping on the street. My life sucks right now, it really does. But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so I can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be live reactions or news and analysis like this video, probably a rant in this video, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to the source that I used. But as soon as my article gets published, then I will switch it out with the actual article, because I wrote this article for Bounding into Comics, and you guys are getting a sneak peek. So for those of you that don't know about what happened, I covered it on my channel, and I covered it for Bounding into Comics. Basically, a localizer for 7 Seas transed a feminine cross-dressing male character, and I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl, into, you know, a transgender girl. And it has been insane. It has been insane how the story has blown up. And oh, trust me, we got a follow-up story. We're just waiting for a little something from 7 Seas before we do it. But anyways, there have been some localizers /translators coming out and been calling the community all sorts of names. We'll get to that. But I do want to say this as well. There are translators that are backing up the community to boot. But let's get to this. So the notorious localizer at Sega, Katrina, yeah, you outed again, and I sent this particular Twitter thread to 7 Seas. So you can block me all you want, woman. They saw it, and also the internet is forever. Anyways, so let's get to what Katrina said, and I want to point this out as well. Katrina is also working on translations for Tokyo Mew Mew New anime for Sentai Filmworks. Oh my god, Miyakumi, I am sorry that this bitch is doing that. I really am, because she probably go butcher your work and bastardize your work. And yesterday, she announced that she's going to be the localization coordinator for the release of Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden on Xbox and Windows. So take that with a grain of salt. But Katrina allegedly, saying allegedly here, but she claims that that she knows the translator that did this. And based on what she's saying here, it's definitely intentional. And there's a lot of backlash against her too, and it's delicious. Here we go. I know the translator, and they've done their homework on the series, reading future volumes, consulting with trans people, and working hard to make sure it's as accurate as possible. Shame on those listening to one rando and trashing it. I fully support this translator. The rando she talking about, and we talked about it in the article I wrote about this, and in the video, is Ethylene Scans, who was translating the series before it became, you know, it got its official license and shit. So I don't think that's some rando. And also, you will see there are multiple people that back up Ethylene Scans, which I'm very happy to see. But based on what she said here, it seems to me, and it seems to like a lot of the community, is that if this is actually true, then this was planned from the start. The transing of Hiura was planned from the start, and that's fucked up. And why would this why would this translator consult with trans people if you're going to not consult with the author, which you should, or at least do your homework like me and a good chunk of the community has, which, you know, shows that this character is a man. He's a man that cross-dresses. If they can, that is not doing their homework. I did my homework on this better than this bitch did. Like, it could have reached out to the author as well, which would have been nice, because mangaka are on Twitter, they're really chill. They are very, very chill. At least the ones that I've tweeted with. Then, listen to this. I know tweeting this is going to draw the Twitter mob towards me, but that's fine. They can point to one scan guy's analysis. Oh, trust me, bitch. He ain't the first one. Oh, no. Ethylene Scans ain't the first one to analyze this. Well, after, you know, the story broke. Several people have been analyzing it and said that his translations are correct. So you're full of shit, bitch, and I will show you. Show you how. It's clearly the same anti-localization stuff as always, just co-opted differently. She's saying that this is just an agenda. Bitch, what your friend, the translator, did, that's an agenda. Transing a character that was a feminine cross-dressing male character into a transgender girl, that, no, that's an agenda. There's an agenda there. And basically you saying that she consulted with transgender people and who are not even in this goddamn manga, and instead of the author, like, what the actual fuck is going on? It's just how is this co-opted differently? Like, calling this translator out is co-opting? Like, what the anti-localization stuff just co-opted differently? No, it's calling this bitch out. Okay, and this is how I know she's full of shit. Well, there's multiple reasons why I know she's full of shit. And I know I'm not offering my full essay about why it's good and not give examples and context is going to stir shit up too. Bitch, if you would have shown that, you would have probably gotten less flack. But you don't have any proof. You don't. But I know that even if I did, it wouldn't change anyone's minds. That's how stuff on the bird site works. No. You cannot do that. Some people, you might not be able to change their minds. Granted, that is true. But this right here, you not providing any examples really proves that you got nothing. You got nothing. Oh, and then now we get into where she really attacks, you know, the manga community right now, which is, and I know it's just a very small subset of fans who are very loud, and the rest of the community isn't like this. Bitch, that's you. That's you, and like the rest of these the woke people in the community. That's you. That's you guys. You are projecting, woman. You are projecting. But it still disappoints me that so much of the community doesn't realize how hard we work to make sure everything is handled with care. We love what we do. Yes, you love putting your agenda up in video games. You love putting your agenda up in manga and anime. Yes, we kind of figure that. That's what you handle with care. You don't handle shit with, no. If you handled it with care and did your homework, you would have found the same thing that me and several other fans found. So, and shit, they shared it in the comment section too, and she still ain't listening. She's a fucking dumbass. Now here's where I was just like, I have to cover it, is this. I was already going to cover this, but this really set me off. Writing off was an extremely complex and well-researched localization decision, as transing a character for no reason is transing a character for no reason, my ass, is absolutely ridiculous, and is 100% something TERFs and the right would write for some bird site clout. Shame on you. Be better. Bitch, shame on you. You are blaming people. You are attacking people that really wanted to read this manga. And this is a yaoi manga, and your fucking friend turned it into a straight relationship. What is wrong with you? And transing a character for no reason, my ass. There's an agenda there. So you are full of shit, woman. And you're saying, oh, and the right would do this? Bitch, have you looked in your comment section? It's not the right. Have you looked in 7C's comment section? There's no Republican shit up in there. What are you talking about, woman? I would like to know. Where is this? Where is this? I've seen a lot of pro-union shit, which, by the way, I love seeing that shit get destroyed. Because the unions, by the way, would protect these fuckers, and they don't deserve shit. And it was what I thought was what the translators wanted a union for in the first place. I fucking knew it. They're entitled little shits. Bitches like her are entitled little shits. All right, here we go. And then she's like, fuck y'all, I can't handle this. Anyways, I A, have turned all my notifs turned off, B, have block party installed, and C, have reply filtering. So yell at me all you want. I'm not engaging with y'all on this. This proves she has nothing. You have nothing, woman. You are full of shit. You are just attacking people. And now we're getting into the next one here. Oh my god, I just... this is a freelance translator named Arco. I just couldn't fucking believe what this person tweeted here. IRT, if chuds want to have an aneurysm over trans characters being added to a story, I couldn't really care less, but it hits a little different when you see see people with rainbow flag abbeys demanding, this character isn't trans, you're misgendering him. Real supportive, thanks. Dude, if they are telling you this is the gay community, the LGBTQIA plus community, telling you something that's probably true. They're all saying that this character is misgendered. And what the fuck are you talking about? Being a trans character, being added to the story is an insult to the mangaka. Go write your own fucking story if you want to do it. There's plenty of transgender manga, by the way. But seriously, this is some bullshit. And it's an insult and patronizing to the LGBTQIA plus community. Yes, I know I forgot Two Spirits up in there. I'm sorry. But then this gets even more insane. This bitch is insane. When you're so progressive that the idea of a character being trans makes you go on an internet harassment tirade. This ain't progressive. Bitch, are you projecting or what? You are seriously projecting because these people, these readers are legit. This isn't a progressive thing. This isn't. These are people that are pissed the fuck off that you mistranslated a character and disrespected the author's story. And not only that, you basically erased a gay character. Go talk to some drag queens and see how they would feel about this. I should be asking drag queens how they feel about this, to be honest. I bet they're pissed because that's, again, this is a problem that, I said this in my previous video. This is a problem that's been happening in the community for a long time. Oh, God. Oh, and she then goes into her thing about gender. To be clear, gender is a complex and muddy concept as is. English might have some hard and fast labels, but Japanese has a lot of pronouns and concepts that we simply have no exact parallel to. But bitch, they did it. The authors flat out told you what he was, and you're stupid. But this bitch don't know shit. She don't know. Up until like a certain point, she didn't know what the fuck was going on. She's just tooting her own horn. But gender is a social construct. Gender is not. I really don't know if I should say gender is not as complicated as I think it is, because like gender dysmorphia is a mental illness. Like the human body is just complex as it is. We don't know everything, and yeah, there's parts of the population that are intersex and all that. And it just depends. It depends on the person. But your gender theory has no fucking applications here. You're just being a dumbass. Just wanting attention-seeking dumbass. Okay, this is where I had to draw the line with this bitch. Seeing this reaction kind of makes all... and also, by the way, I fucking hate the word chud. I had to hear it all the time in the freaking protest community. I heard it chud in the protest community before these motherfuckers started using chud. I heard chud when it was incepted. So I fucking hate that word, by the way. Ugh. But anyways, seeing this reaction kind of makes all the genocidal anti-trans laws America's been passing start to... What genocidal anti-trans laws? Iran is actually forcing gay people to transition. But what genocidal anti-trans laws are you talking about? Passing a hit home. I don't bat an eye when right-wingers want people like me dead. Bitch, to join the club. I have both sides wanting me dead because I'm a Jew. So go fuck off. I listened to them and say that gays were supposed to that gays were going to hell for my entire adolescent life. I'm not surprised, bitch. I get told that I'm going to hell, not just during my adolescent life, in my adult life. So seriously, give me a goddamn break. Look, LGBTQIA plus community, I understand what you're going through. I go through it a lot because I get told that I'm going to hell, that that I need to die because I'm a Jew. I've been told this. It's so, and I was told something that I couldn't believe, that Jews are just waiting for Jesus and then they'll, convert. I was just like, what the actual fuck? Why? What? I'm telling you, being a Jew is hard, okay? I have to deal, like, I know, and I'm bisexual as well, but, like, I know the LGBTQIA plus community goes through a lot of pain, goes through a lot of discrimination, and I understand that. I feel that in a different way than you guys do, sure. I'm going to say that. But what this bitch is doing here is fucked up. It's fucked up. What she is saying here, what they are saying. It's just, right-wingers got nothing to do with this. What does right-wingers have to do with transing a character? And erasing a gay relationship? I do not understand this. Someone explain it to me. And then we get into the turf. But seeing queer people, meaning queer people, sure. But seeing queer people, meaning queer people, sure, talk like turfs as they rejected trans characters, just like, oh, none of y'all are gonna have my back here. Cool. She made it. See what this bitch made it about themselves. Look, dude, you are not. No, this ain't about you. This isn't about you. This is about bastardizing what an author wrote, what a mangaka wrote. How would you feel if your material was bastardized and they changed your transgender character into a cis? How would you feel about that? Maybe these localizers need to take a look in the mirror. And then, here we go. This threat, oh god. Watching people try to prove the character is a boy because they said so on page X, and I don't have the heart to tell them, yeah, I said the same thing when I was in high school, and now look how I ended up, lol. But it's not your story, you fucking idiot! It's not your story. It is Banjo's story, not yours. I hope this, I really don't wish this upon anyone usually, but I hope you don't get any more translating jobs if you're going to put your agenda into there, because it proves the goddamn point that I was making. You are putting your agenda into translations. It's just, and you're attacking the gay community, the LGBTQIA plus community, the 2S LGBTQIA plus community on this. How can you not understand that even trans people don't like this shit? I don't understand this at all. I'm so lost. I'm so lost with this. But then, before this, she didn't have any context, or they didn't have any context. Now they do, and this is what they say to that. I'm gonna make sure that's gonna bug the hell out of me if I am not gendering you right. Because then I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit. I swear they said if it's she. Yeah, okay. Thank God. I was like, oh God, I don't want to get shit just because I called air quote she. I don't want to do, then I'd be coming off as a hypocrite. But anyways. Okay, now, okay, I have context now, and wow, that is a lot of people who have rainbow flag icons trying to justify their transphobia. How is this transphobic? How is being pissed about a feminine cross-dressing male character into a transgender girl, how is this, and being pissed about it, especially when the author did not write the character that way, and people have read later on and said flat out that, and translated it, that this character, that Hiura, is male. You want us to respect your pronouns? Like I'm trying to respect your pronouns, Erico. I am trying to respect your pronouns. I am being nice. But you won't respect Hiura's pronouns? I'm so confused what these people are thinking. So by these people's logic, it seems like that if you dress like a girl, you are one. If you dress like a boy, you are one. What the fuck is wrong with you? You are being such a bunch of hypocrites. Oh my god. Okay, now we're gonna get to the evidence that proves that they're full of shit. And this is from the first one comes from Emily Balistreri, who is a Japanese literary translator who spoke to her Japanese friend about the transit controversy. And this is what she said, they said, the more I think about it, I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl, the more annoyed I am. I talked to a Japanese friend about it, and they said, this is not a trans story. It's a manga about getting butterflies. Mo Kyan Suru about Otoko Noko BL. See, you are transing a character. Emily proceeds to tell what her, to tweet what her friend told them about the definition of a tokonoko. More stuff from them. The concept of a tokonoko, a boy that is like a girl, has less to do with the character themselves enjoying women's clothing more than wait, I fucked this up, I'm sorry. The concept of a tokonoko, boy that is like a girl, has less to do with the character themselves enjoying women's clothing than to do with the view of the reader / creator. And then what they said after that was, it was a concept created to be enjoyed by the reader / creator, completely separate from guys who cross-dress or trans women. And then this is what and here it is. A tokonoko might be trans if the creator decides they are, but otherwise they aren't. So what was that? You are inserting yourself into this story by making Hiura trans when Banjo has made it clear that Hiura is not trans. And before Emily gives her thoughts on the overall situation, her friend concludes, I would like for people to understand Japanese culture before translating it. So that's what that concludes with. And then Emily says, so yeah, I think Seven Seas needs to figure out what happened and clarify things with the creator. An error's an error. It just needs to be fixed. Nobody needs to be canceled. But if this is a repeated problem and it's like the same translator, I don't believe in cancel culture at all. I don't believe in that shit. I don't like giving it power. Nah. There's got to be some consequences. And a union that gives them the right, that in the demands say that all the employees are entitled to a raise every year, fuck that. They aren't entitled to shit. Seven Seas, fight this union, please. I am supporting you on this. I don't like what's some of the shit that goes on is very questionable, but this is something I will support you doing. But now we get to another translator who disagrees with Katrina is Gad Onyenho. There we go. Gad Onyenho, who is a Japanese translator for Nikkei Asia. And this is what he said about this. So there's yet another fan versus localization dust up over this new manga. I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl. And frankly, I think I'm inclined to side with the critics on this one, especially with the points brought up by this review and the Ethylene Scans review. And then the next tweet is here. The issue basically boils down to this. A main character, Hiura, wears girls' clothes, but he explicitly says he's a male. This is a translator saying this. But the translation has Hiura's love interest, Mito, refer to Hiura using feminine pronouns. That creates inconsistencies as illustrated in this. Oh, in the page where, this is the page where where Hiura was saying the con artists were like hitting on her and shit, or hitting on him. Oh my god, I say her. Hitting on him. I'm sorry, I fucked that up. Then he says this, reading through the volume, it looks like Amito uses masculine pronouns for Hiura when Hiura presents as a male, and feminine pronouns when Hiura presents as a female in both internal and external dialogue. I suppose this might be waved off as some kind of characterization device for Mito, though I don't see that sort of switching in the Japanese version. Other characters randomly jump between using feminine and masculine pronouns when referring to Hiura as well. But the kicker is that the dialogue that is clearly supposed to be that of an all-knowing narrator uses feminine pronouns to describe Hiura when the author of the manga clearly identifies Hiura as a male. This is a translator saying this. This ain't no rando. Nah. Even though Ethling scans wouldn't be considered a rando, at least for me anyway. That doesn't sit well with me. That doesn't sit well with me, and you can understand how it really does not sit well with others. The reviewer from Ethling Scans very fairly brought up why such translation choices are problematic. And then this is what he said about this review that you said was a rando, and that was a crap review, Katrina. I found the review to be thorough, evidence-based, nuanced, and level-headed. Of course, with the Twitter being Twitter, some are weaponizing the review to call for the localizer's head, which of course no reasonable people want. They need to be held accountable, but they need to understand what they did was wrong, which so far, until I hear from the actual translator themselves and get more info, as far as we know, they do not see what they did as wrong. But there's also room for discussion regarding how to handle the translation. It's not fair for professional translators to automatically dismiss the issues brought up by the blog post from Ethling Scans as something ginned up by someone with a toxic agenda. He called you out, Katrina. And he wants to make this clear, by the way. He said this, I do not know everything about this issue. These are initial thoughts based on what I've seen in both the Seven Seas and original Japanese manga. He doesn't even know about the full issue, and he flat out told you. He told you that the translator was wrong. The localization was wrong. And then there's a follow-up here that's important. Okay, postscript. People have brought up this page that comes up further along in the series. Here, Hiura clearly does not see himself as female, so it's really uncalled for to use feminine pronouns with him. And then we get to this discussion here. Anyenho actually engaged in a discussion with her, and he was responding to a now deleted tweet to the CEO of Love Lab, a visual novel localization company, Meru, who blocked me, to her tweet in regards to the transing controversy. And this is what they tweeted. I know I didn't have it like further up with the other localizers tweets because keeping it organized like that. What Meru said here is consistently amazed at how quick people are to believe things they see online and how fast the game of telephone develops. How, when the evidence is right there? And two, how quick people are to assume malice and agenda pushing rather than the usually far more banal reasons behind the translation choices. Katrina said that all they did was talk with transgender people. They did not consult with the author. How is that not an agenda? How is that not agenda pushing? How is that not? Oh, malice, I feel like is the wrong word. It seems like malice because of destroying the author's original work and putting their own interpretation in there. I know malice would be the wrong word. From our point of view, it's the wrong word to use as malice. Bastardization is correct, but rather than, banal reasons behind, oh god, this bitch is dumb. Okay, this is what the deleted tweet said from Vigent Quarter. There we go. fucked up the name. I'm sorry. That character who is saying she feels better dressed as a girl, and that she finally found the real her is obviously a guy because she uses boku, and I've read somewhere it's a masculine pronoun. She's quoting other people, or this person's quoting other people. I'm so sick of it. Open your eyes. She can't be more trans than that. Bitch, have you not read what the author said? Hiura is not trans. You believe he is, but he's not. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is a huge problem. These people believe that because you wear a certain type of clothing, that you're that gender, automatically identify as that gender. It's like, what the actual fuck? Not all drag queens are freaking transgender. There are transgender drag queens. Yeah, there are. But not all of them are. What's wrong with you people? I don't understand this. And people have been saying, and I'm saying it too, this is like the erasure of tomboys, metrosexual straight men, because metrosexual men are very, very feminine in a way. I mean, I dated one for 12 years before he sadly passed away, so I know this. And you're erasing gender nonconforming people. Like, what is wrong with you? You say these type of people say that that we aren't supposed to be the norm and all that shit. Then why are you trying to force the gender norm on people? Like, what is wrong with you? And there's where Añejo comes into the conversation here. Thank God. This is what he said here. I'll give the original critic their due for the fact that they did bring receipts. The character in question does declare that he is male in multiple parts of the series. Mm-hmm. What's bad is the bad faith pile on against the translator, though. You know what? Here's what I say, because I know I've been harsh on the translator. That's why I said when I tweeted 7C's what I did. What I say is this needs to be investigated. If what this person's claim is true, it needs to be investigated and taken care of immediately. That's what I said. Don't pile on the I agree. Don't send the translator death threats. Don't send anybody death threats. Don't do that shit. Don't just completely harass them. No. If you're gonna engage with the translator, and I've seen a lot of people in the community just flat do it, and I'm very happy to see that, is to basically provide the evidence and be like, no, this is wrong. This is where, and here's the evidence of where you're wrong. But damn. And here's what Katrina said here. Because I was waiting to see if Katrina was going to take back her statement or if she was going to double down. Oh, she doubled down. She ain't changing her mind. This isn't fair. The translator behind the official translation has done loads of research into the character. Yeah, by talking to trans people and not the author. And series had made a decision based upon that. She made it. This confirms what we thought. See, this confirms it. This is why I said, if what Katrina is saying is true, then this was done on purpose. This was done from the start. The original she says the original critics receipts pale in comparison. How does Athlete Scan's review fail? His receipts fail for this compared to the translator that did their homework by talking to transgender people. I'm so confused about this. And another translator just said that the review was fine. There's plenty of receipts there. Did you not even read it? Jesus Christ. And when I wrote my article about it, I made sure I included the specific ones that Ethylene Scans talked about where it was clearly misgendering. And then here's what Añejo does. And he shuts Katrina down, and it is beautiful. just bought both the English and Japanese version of the first volume, and reading through them, I'm afraid the localization choices in question do not make sense. I won't blame the translator, though, because I won't pretend to know how the editing process went. And that's another thing. That's why I said it needs to be investigated. We don't know what's going on with the editing process over there. We don't know if the editor was the one that did this or what. We don't know. But that's why I said in my tweet to 7Cs, I said this needs to be investigated. It does. You need to find out what happened, what led to this, and if what Katrina is saying is true. Because if what Katrina is saying is true, this was planned from the start. And that is fucked up when you have at least two translators, and there's plenty of other Japanese people that will tell you this. And I looked at there's one another one that I didn't put in the article because I was sticking more so to the official localizations and translators that back up what is being said in Ethling Scan's reviews. Go talk to a Japanese person. Go talk to them. Or go talk to someone that, I'm sorry, I said that did not come out right. Go talk to someone that is fluent in Japanese or that can read Japanese, and they will be able to tell you. They will tell you that this is if this translation is wrong or if it is right. But there's at least two that are saying you're wrong, bitch. So, but like, why would you call someone? I know this video is long, but goddamn, there's just a lot to say. But why would you call someone a TERF, a transphobe, and all that shit, a chud? Oh, I fucking hate chud. That word is just ugh. I hate the word chud. Why would you call people like right wingers, chuds, transphobes, and TERFs? Because you transed a character, or to at least two translators. There's more. I didn't put it in the article because then it would have been way too long. There's two translators that I gave an example with that said that you're wrong. And even one of them called your ass out, and you haven't said shit since then. This is not cool. Don't do that. Don't change a character's identity. Don't change a character's pronouns. I'm not an SJW or anything like that. I don't have pronouns in my Twitter profile, nothing like that. But I respect people's pronouns. I respect your decisions as long as you're not infringing on my rights. But this is where I have a problem because you are infringing on the author's content. You are destroying the author's content and changing it into like your own story, which is not. That's not what your job is. You're getting paid for this. There are fans. I know plenty of scanlation teams that do, and Ethling Scans is another one you can add to the list, that work really hard translating series. And they aren't getting paid shit. They aren't getting paid anything. They're just doing it because they love the manga. And they do a better job than your asses do. You don't deserve a union at all. Nah. I don't even, now, it makes me question if, like, because the Crunchyroll translators get treated like shit, too. And it makes me wonder if they deserve a union either. 7Cs, you need to investigate and see which ones are putting agendas into your manga, because you're going to lose money and lose customers. And it makes me scared, because for Ayakashi Triangle's release, uncensored release, because what if they call... oh my god. What if they call the main character a transgender because he changed into a girl? Just saying. Are they going to turn Matsuri into a transgender? Because Matsuri is that Rama half-like character. He has some Rama half realness going on because he gets turned into a girl. That worries the hell out of me. It worries the hell out of me that certain characters are going to get turned into like lesbians and shit. Which, like Suzu, for example, she ain't a lesbian. She only wants Matsuri. She's just horny as fuck for Matsuri. She just doesn't care about his gender. Like, that scares me. I'm worried about Tokyo Revengers too, because Seven Seas has Tokyo Revengers, and they're supposed to do an uncensored release for that too. What's going to happen? You going to get rid of the swastikas like Crunchyroll did that are on the uniforms? Because they ain't Nazi swastikas. Now, in the East, it's different what the swastika means. But shit, if Yen Press is going to get rid of slave off of Mato Sehi no Slave and replace, and change the title to Chain Soldier, which goes against the canon, you never know. Never know with these people, I swear. I'm really curious what you guys think. I hope you guys keep fighting. Like, I'm trying to keep fighting to make sure the translations are accurate. If there's localization problems and there's agenda being put into manga, I will call it the fuck out. If there's censorship, I will call it the fuck out. I do not like this shit happening. This should not be happening in manga. No. Especially with after all the shit that happened. Seven Seas wasn't a part of it, but Yen Press was. Where Amazon took down books and Yen Press and J Novel Club and Faku and who else was it? Oh god, Dark Horse. No, Dark Horse didn't do it. Yeah, it was mainly J Novel Club and Faku and Yen Press. They stood up to Amazon and basically said, if you can't get our books there, you can go there and not change it. This worries me. If this is allowed to keep happening, we are going to keep holding these people accountable. There's another 7C story we're going to be covering as well, where they remove slave from the conversation. But I'm very curious what you guys think. What do you guys think of this situation? What do you guys think about, like, the possibility that based on if what Katrina said is true, this was done on purpose? I really hope that it wasn't. I really, really hope that I'm wrong. I hope that she's wrong and it wasn't. But if it's done on purpose like this and it was planned to be done like this on purpose from the start, yaoi fans, I would be very worried. I'd be very worried. Because they might just continue erasing the gays and they will come for the Yuri next. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. I know this video was long, but goddamn it, there's a lot of shit to talk about. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive and kicking so I can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, you always can do that. Donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.